Alright, hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is KC, and today's reading I just wanted to be 100% positive. What do you have to look forward to? Whether it's good news or, I don't know, like a vacation that you're going to be going on, but just something that you can look forward to in the future. You know, what is coming your way that is positive? Something for you to look forward to. Because I feel like personally, I just really want to channel some positive messages for today. Just 100% what is something good that you can look forward to brighten up your life a little bit. So today I have 3 different readings for you to choose from. We have pile 1 with I think that this is black tourmaline, pile 2 with the black eye agate, and then pile 3 with the green haired jasper. So go ahead and pause, figure out which reading you feel most drawn to. I'll leave timestamps down in the description box below so you can quickly jump to whichever reading that you want to listen to. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, pile 1, if you were drawn to the black tourmaline, then this is the reading for you. And your reading is all spelling out that I really get the sense that this is a career reading, specifically if you've had a new idea come to you about like a new business idea or a new venture or some like creative idea. Like for example, maybe you're a writer and suddenly this idea of a book series came to you like seemingly overnight, and all of a sudden you have all these ideas flowing. Whatever this new idea is that you have, there's so many signs here, and I'm going to break them down, but there's so many signs of it all urging you to follow in this direction. You will be guided, like this idea is meant to be brought to fruition. This isn't just some idea that's like a passing thought and then it's like, oh, well, I don't know, I don't think I'm ever going to act on it. Like, this truly seems like there's so much opportunity that can come out of it. Like, I'm getting a picture in my mind of just a field of all this like fruit and all these vegetables that are just waiting to bloom and blossom, and I feel like you are going to reap so many rewards, so much money, accolades, positive, like people looking at this thing that you're doing positively. Like, I feel like there's so much good that can come out of this idea. So whether this is a business that you've already started or an idea that's just come to you, or wherever you are on this path, this journey, there's so much, I can't even explain, like there's so much that will come out of this, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. Money, fame, accolades, opportunity, like everything can come out of it. And the reason that I get that is, I'll break down the cards for you. So the first card that you got to come out was the beetle card, and this one just straight up says good fortune. Like, that's all it says, good fortune. There is a lot of fortune, there's a lot of good luck that is going to come out of this. I truly have, I have this personal belief that when we have certain desires or ideas coming to us, it's because the universe wants us to fulfill those things. The universe wants us to bring them to fruition. And when we can follow our heart, when we follow those desires, and when we follow our purpose, like what truly feels like our purpose, the universe backs us up. We get good fortune. We get doors opening to us. And doors that close are paths that would have led to our downfall or would have led to bad luck. So if it seems like there's some doors closing around you, trust that those are closing for a good reason. There are other better doors that you are meant to be walking through that are going to be opening up for you. And so with this good fortune card, I truly get a sense that you are being guided very strongly to fulfill whatever this idea is. Again, I get the sense that this is like a business or a career move of some kind, especially if you're like a creative person and new ideas come to you. I just get the sense that you are being urged so strongly. Like, if your spirit guides were people in this world with you right now, like they'd be pushing your back, like trying to force you to go forward, like keep going, like this is what you are meant to be doing. There's so much good stuff that is going to come out of this. Now next you have the cobweb card, and this says protected from negative forces beyond your control. Again, like I said, with the good fortune card, like not only are you getting good luck, good fortune, you know, meeting the right people at the right time, a lot of divine timing is coming into play in this era of your life, but you're also being protected from negative influences. I feel like if there's anybody around you that would disapprove of this, like they are being removed from your life. If there's anybody that is envious or would try to get in your way, like I said, how the universe closes doors on things that we're not meant to go through. If there's people trying to get at you in a negative way, I get the sense that those doors are being closed on those people. You are being protected from negative influences. And I want to say, our little tiny human brain cannot see the full picture of things. And so sometimes things might appear to us as negative when in reality they're actually happening in our favor. And I want to give you an example, because maybe you're in the middle of this right now and you're like, well, this thing just fell through. Like, how is that acting in my favor? And I'll give you an analogy that I talk about pretty often. So let's say in this analogy, you're a shop owner. And there's this one spot in town where everything's poppin'. That's like the main drag of the town. And you're like, I need to put my shop here because this is the place that gets the most traction. This is where people are going to be walking past all the time. If it goes anywhere else in the town, nobody's ever going to want to see it. And so you try to get a spot here at this, like main street or whatever. And for some reason it falls through and you don't get it. And you're like, damn, I guess it's just not meant to be. I'm not meant to have this shop because if it's not there, it's just not going to survive anywhere else in town. And then a week later, that entire like strip of shops burns down and all the buildings get condemned. And overnight, it seems like this place that was, the place to be, the place that everybody went shopping at, suddenly nobody's going there anymore. And you just so happen to get this other spot in town that all of a sudden, now that nobody's going to this older area, everybody's going to this new area, and suddenly your rent was so much lower, it's this brand new area, maybe it's in a better space, and it's actually the place that you were meant to end up at. But since your mind was so focused on it needs to end up this way, if it doesn't end up this way, it's not going to work out. The truth is, our human brains can't see the full picture. So maybe things might appear to you as happening negatively, but they're actually happening in your favor, and you just don't realize that. And I feel really drawn to tell you that because we have a tendency to say, like, everything happens for a reason, but we also have a tendency to say, like, oh, this one thing went wrong, therefore it must mean it's not meant to happen. Now, I believe, like, if we are truly being blocked from things, it's not meant to happen. But if things go wrong once or twice, it's a lot easier to say, oh, it just wasn't meant to be, than it is to, like, actually continue to try, to give accountability to yourself and say, like, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna keep trying. Yeah, I got knocked down here, but it's not the end of the world. If something is truly not meant for you, you will know. You will be, like, fully blocked from it happening. But if certain doors are closing, that doesn't mean that you don't keep going forward. Those doors closed for a reason, but there might be other doors for you to walk through. And I really get the sense to tell you that because this path or this purpose, this is something that you are meant to pursue. This is something that you are meant to walk down and see to fulfillment. And the next card that we have here is the archway. New opportunities, possibilities, and paths are opening up. Like I said, I've really been going with like this doors opening and closing analogy, but I feel like you really are on this path where there's going to be so many different opportunities opening up to you. And I feel like there will be some where you're like, I'm not sure, should I take this one or should I take this one? I feel like something that you're going to need to hone really strongly is your intuition throughout this process. Because, like I said, you will be protected from negative things happening to you or things trying to derail this completely. But at the same time, there might be people that see you trying to reach this success and are like, oh, why don't you try it this way instead? And instead of relying on other people's opinions, I think it's going to be really important for you to trust your own intuition. Especially, like I said, if this is like a business, if this is like your, what's it called? Your, I don't know why the phrase passion baby is coming to mind. I know that there's, not love child, it's your baby. Like, this is the thing that you're trying to create. I know there's a phrase out there, I just can't think of it. But this is yours to create. And yes, it's good to take some good criticism here and there. It's good to hear other people's opinions here and there. But don't let anybody take the reins of guiding this thing. This is your thing to guide, and that's why I say it's so important for you to follow your intuition. There's going to be a lot of different possibilities, a lot of different opportunities for you, and it's important that you decide which direction you want to go in and not somebody else deciding for you. And finally, we have the Target card, and this says a goal-oriented person. I feel like this is you. I feel like you are extremely driven, you are extremely passionate about this thing and making it come to fruition. And I think the best thing that's gonna help you along this way is creating a list of everything that needs to be done. Sometimes this can overwhelm us, but I think that this is gonna help you bite off things a lot easier. And I'll give you an example, and this doesn't necessarily need to be what you're doing, but like, for me, starting this YouTube channel, I made a list of, okay, I need some equipment. It doesn't need to be the fanciest thing in the world, but let me make a list and figure out which specific, camera, which specific microphone I want to get so that I would at least have an idea of what direction to go in. Then I'm like, okay, I'll take care of that. What's the next thing? Okay, I need a desk. I didn't have a desk, so I was like, let me just get a plain white desk. I made a list of all these things that I need to do in order to get from A to B. But I also want to give you the fact that sometimes we give ourselves too many things to do, and it's a lot easier to just get in and start going. Whatever will help you get this thing off the ground and at least start going. Like, it doesn't need to be perfect at the beginning, whatever you're doing, but it does need to be in motion. There's this piece of advice that I got recently, not super recently, like I heard online, and it is essentially the idea that if you're learning, you're not doing. I think in the beginning of starting anything new, learning is very important. Like I'll tell you, there's something that I've been in the works on. I got this new idea coming to mind of an oracle deck that I want to make. Because, I use all these different decks, and I was like, you know what? What if I make one and it checks all the boxes of what I love in different decks? And I got all this inspiration, I wrote it all down. But there's a lot of learning that goes into that. Like, okay, what kind of card am I going to get? Like, all these cards have such different textures. What shape, what size is it going to be? Who's the manufacturer going to be? How do I figure all this out? What about, would I possibly go with a website like Tarot Stack where they produce it for you? Or will I publish it myself? So there's a lot to learn along the way. But eventually you get to the point where you just need to start. You just need to start biting off things here and there. Because yes, learning is important. It'll make you more prepared. But learning is not doing. Learning is preparing. And for you, I feel like with this goal-oriented person card, it's telling you, like, create goals, create stepping stones along the way. Because I think not only is that going to de-stress you, having, like, a clear path of, like, okay, this is my to-do list, and I can knock things off, and that means that I'm moving. But I also need you to know that if you just put on that to-do list, like, learn about this, eventually you just get into a point where you just need to start working. You just need to start doing. Even if it's, if it's content creation, for example, a lot of things that people will tell you online is the most important thing is just put videos out there. Like, it's important to have a lot of videos in the beginning. A lot of people say quality over quantity, but when it comes to YouTube or content creation, in the beginning, it is just quantity, getting practice, because your quality will improve over time as you figure out what you like, what you don't like, as you get familiar with their equipment. But in the beginning, it's important, just start making, just start doing. And I feel like that's the advice that I need to give to you. No matter what you're doing, just start doing it. It doesn't need to be perfect. And with the video example, if you really hate those videos from the beginning, then delete them. Nobody will ever know how bad it was in the beginning, but it's important to just get the ball moving, get the ball running, get in motion. Don't let yourself just sit on your computer learning about things because, like I said, it's important to learn, but learning is not doing. I see that whatever this thing is, you are going to succeed at it. And there's so much opportunity, there's so much money that is going to come out of this thing. Whatever this prospect is, I think it's a really good idea, and it's something that you are being urged to follow. I feel like this is a part of your purpose and your path, but it is going to require you putting in a lot of hard work, and like I said, keeping your head up. You are being guided, you are being protected. This path, you are being urged to keep going down, so it's not something that the universe is going to, throw a lightning bolt at you and be like, quit. Like, if it's not meant to be, it won't be. But if you fall down here and there, learn to pick yourself up, learn to dust yourself off, and learn to follow your intuition. I truly want to keep urging you to do this. Like, I get this strong sense of encouragement from your guides and from the universe that this is something you are meant to fulfill, and it is going to bring you so much success. So, Pile 1, that is everything that I have for you. I really hope that you enjoyed this reading, and I truly wish you the best on your journey, but that is all that I have. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. Alright, Pile 2. If you chose the Black Eye Agate, then this is the reading for you. And I want to say, off the bat, I think that this is a romance reading. So if that's not what you were looking for, you might want to go back to the beginning and choose again. Because what I'm seeing here is, if you've been trying to manifest a relationship, or if you've really had your eye on somebody, or you feel like there's some sort of tension between you and another person, and you go home and you feel like a little giddy after hanging out with them, or after seeing them, and you're like, it would be nice if something like came of that. I want to tell you, I truly think that there will be some sort of movement in your romantic life. Specifically, it might happen at like a party or an outing. I don't know how you know this person, but I'll give you an example that's coming to mind is maybe this is a coworker that you're like kind of into, and maybe there's a work party coming up, or maybe there's some sort of outing where like you and your group of work friends are like, hey, do you want to get like I don't know, Korean barbecue after work or something, and then so all of you kind of like go out together and then something happens. Or if it's a friend group, maybe you see this person in like a different context and I don't know, something happens, one thing leads to another. But I have a lot of different cards here that are talking about this. So, first of all, something I think that's really funny is the turkey card. This one says, someone is behaving stupidly. But with all the rest of the cards having to do with like a wish granted and like romance and somebody is like highly thinking of you, I feel like this person, the one that's acting stupidly is the person that's into you. I feel like they might trip over their words a little bit and accidentally like compliment you when they're like, ugh. I don't know how to say it exactly, but it's like when somebody is so into you that they just like start tripping over themselves and like they just don't know how to act properly. It's all like all of a sudden they forgot how to walk properly. Like, you know, in TV shows and cartoons and stuff like that, when there's somebody that has a crush on another person and they try to act like all cool and they like try to put their arm on a desk and then they fall, and it's like, that's the sense that I'm getting with the turkey card when it says they're acting stupidly. It's like they've suddenly lost all idea of how to be cool. So if this person starts like acting weird around you, I feel like it's because they're trying to work up to, like, I don't know, like they see you in a different light for some reason, or they want to try to impress you, or they want to try to act cool, or I don't know, they feel giddy. They feel excited about you too, and it's like they suddenly don't know how to act. Like, I don't know, maybe you're gonna go out on a first date with somebody, or maybe it's your first time hanging out, just the two of you alone, and I don't know, I have this like giddy kind of excited energy. But with the bow card, this one says you are highly thought of. I think that this person is really not just interested in you and attracted to you, but I think they really respect you. And they really like you as a person and personality-wise. Like, I feel like I get the sense that this might be somebody that you've known for an extended period of time, not somebody that you just met right away, though I guess it could be somebody that you just met right away. But the reason I think that this is somebody you've known for quite a while is because I think the more they get to know you, the deeper... I just got the words coming to mind. I almost wanted to say the deeper they fall in love with you, but obviously love is a very deep thing, and I don't know how well you know this person. But I get the sense that the more that they hear about you, the more infatuated they become, the more they hear about your personality, the more interested they are. It's like, I feel like a lot of the times people get this idea in their head of what they want a person to be like, and the more they get to know them, the less interested they become. But it's the opposite with this person. It's like they want to keep getting to know more, and the more they learn, the more interested they are. Like, they truly like you as a person deeply, and they're just really excited about you. I think they're also really attracted to you. Something that I think is interesting is the bow card. You have this woman who's like looking away. So from the reader perspective, it's like I'm looking at this person when they're looking away. I feel like this person really admires you from afar. I get the sense that maybe they're like checking you out when you're not looking, or when they think you're not looking, or when they think that you're not noticing, but maybe you notice, I don't know. They really like you. And it almost seems like a pure kind of like excited, like, ooh, like, I don't know how young you are, but it has the energy of like the beginning stages of infatuation, and like when you're first getting to know somebody and you're just all giddy and excited. Like, it just has such a warm, happy energy. So I'm so happy for you. I really hope that this is somebody that you really like back. And I truly get the sense that with the wish granted card and the fan card talks about romance, celebration, party. You could be getting together with this person, like I said, some like outside of work or outside of your normal hangouts, or I don't know, for some reason I got the idea that maybe you guys just happen to be at the same place at the same time, and you sit down next to each other, and like you weren't expecting to hang out, but something happens, and I don't know. With the wish granted card, I feel like you've really been wishing for this, whether it's wanting to be with this specific person, or if it's just wanting a relationship in general. Or maybe even like you didn't initially see this person as a prospect, but the more you get to know them, the more you're like, wow, this is the person that I've been wishing for. This is the relationship I've been trying to manifest. This is what I've been searching for all this time. I truly get the sense that the more you guys get to know each other, the more that things just click into place. Like I don't know, maybe you guys have always been in the same friend circles but never really got close, and then you start to get close and all of a sudden it's like, where have you been all my life? And like truly with the wish granted card, it feels like coming home. Like and I with the turkey card, I just think it's so funny. Like this person is so giddy and excited around you that they can't even control themselves. Like they're so nervous, and I'm just happy for you. I don't have too many details about exactly how this is going to happen because it is a general reading, so it's different for everybody. But I really get the sense that there is going to be some sort of change happening in this relationship, and change for the better. And that is what you have to look forward to. Like I said, maybe it's like a party where, I don't know, maybe you guys kiss, or maybe you guys reveal your feelings for each other, or maybe it's a hangout where you guys just end up hanging out and spending the whole day together and just really enjoying each other's presence. Or maybe you finally go on a first date, or finally confess your feelings. Whatever it is, there is going to be some step up in the relationship, and it's going to be exactly what you've been wanting. And I think the two of you just have really big crushes on each other, to be honest with you. It really has the energy of like, I don't know if you ever watched The Office, but like I'm picturing Jim and Pam in my mind, and they were two people that were like friends, and they were always really into each other. And I don't know, you'd have to watch the show to know what I'm talking about, but eventually it just gets to this boiling point where suddenly they reveal their feelings for each other, and I feel like that is what might be coming for you. So, pile 2, that is everything that I have for you. I wish you the best. I really am excited for you, so I hope that all goes well. I hope the two of you end up together, if that's what you want, because there's just such a sweet, giddy, exciting energy here. So I truly wish you the best, but that is all that I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. All right, pile 3, last but certainly not least. I have a really cute reading for you today because it's all about like friendship. I don't know how old you are, but when I was pulling out your cards, and I'll get a little bit more in-depth in the details, but when I was pulling out your cards, I was really thinking about this TikTok that I saw where this woman's daughter was filming, and the woman was like walking into this bar or this party, and like she wasn't expecting anything, but then all of a sudden her college best friend comes out and surprises her. And I thought that was so cute because here are these women that are like maybe in their 40s or 50s, haven't seen each other in who knows how long, but like the way that they hugged, it was almost like they were right back in college. Like there was just this energy of like, these are best friends and they really miss each other. And for you, all your cards are kind of pointing to you getting back together with a close friend, somebody that maybe moved away from you. Like I said, maybe you were friends in college, or maybe you were best friends when you were younger, or maybe you recently like lived together or lived near each other, but for some reason they had to move away. I get the sense that this is a woman because you have the fair woman card, and this says dealings or relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. So this could be a blonde girl, you know, or it could be a girl who's like naturally blonde or dyes her hair, or is naturally a brunette and dyes her hair white, or maybe she's older and her hair is graying, or maybe it's just a white woman. I don't know. But I feel like there is this, I really get the sense that it's a woman that maybe you're best friends with, maybe she moved away and you've just really been missing her. And with the dog card, this says dog far away, and it says a distant friend is thinking of you. I think that she is thinking about you just as much as you're thinking about her. And I get the sense to tell you, like, okay, let me talk a little bit more about the cards. So you have the grapes card, and this says time to go out and have fun. And then you have the month of June. June is the start of summer, at least it is where I live. But I get the sense to tell you that you should reach out to this woman. Or if it's not you reaching out, she's already thinking about you and she might reach out. And I get the sense that this thing that you have to look forward to is the two of you possibly getting together to hang out in June. Maybe you visit her, maybe she visits you, but I get this idea that you guys will just be going out and having fun, or getting together, hanging out, doing what you love to do together. I just get the sense that you two really need to see each other and hang out, because I get the sense you miss each other a lot. And she's thinking about you just as much as you're thinking about her. Like I said, I don't know exactly the context that you know each other, but I get the sense that these are like best friends whose lives kind of just pulled each other apart, who are, you know, maybe you're busy in your own life, or maybe you don't even live that far away from each other, but you've just been so busy that you haven't really kept in touch as much as you maybe should. And it seems like there will be something that happens in June, whether this is something that you plan, or this is something that she surprises you with, or she brings up like, hey, what if we go travel together or travel with our families? Let's go on a girls trip. Let's blah, blah, blah. Like, whatever it is, there's something happening in the month of June for the two of you. And it's something that you guys will be going out and having fun doing. Like, I just get the sense that this thing that you have to look forward to is the two of you having fun together, especially if you guys have really been missing each other. Maybe you haven't been able to get together in a long time. And I think it's just going to be so refreshing for the both of you, and something that both of you are looking forward to. I really get the sense to tell you that she misses you just as much as you miss her, because I get the sense that maybe you've been in your head like, she has her own life. She's not as interested in hanging out with me. She's busy with family or busy with her other new friends. But I want to tell you, she misses you just as much as you miss her. She misses hanging out with you. She misses going out and having fun with you. And I get the sense that I need to tell you, like, I don't know if she will be the one that plans this, but I encourage you, reach out and maybe you be the one to plan it, because both of you feel the same way. Both of you want to hang out. So I don't know. I get the sense to tell you, like, reach out. Who knows? Maybe she'll bring out, like, oh my God, I was just thinking about you. I was actually asking if you want to join me on this trip that I'm going on, or I'm planning on going here for work. Maybe we can hang out and we'll see each other, or I don't know. I get the sense to tell you to reach out to her, because she is missing you just as much as you're missing her. And I feel like there is so much fun to be had between the two of you, and this will really brighten up your life. Like, if you've been looking forward to something, or looking for something that you can look forward to, let this be that. I really get the sense that you need some fun in your life. I feel like as we get older, it's easier for us to become distanced from our friends, and you deserve to just have some fun, to just let go and relax and laugh and not feel tied down by certain things. So, pile 3, that's what I'll leave you with. I know it was a little vague, but I just really get the sense that there's this specific friend, specific woman that's really missing you, and the two of you deserve to just go out and have some fun. And so, reach out to her, ask, like, hey, it's been a while. Do you want to, like, get together or do something? Or, like, I might be in the area during this time. Or for all, she says, like, oh, I'm planning on going to where you'll be. Maybe we should get together. Whatever it is, I highly encourage you, because I feel like there's a lot of fun that could come out of this. This could really lift your spirits. And I don't know, I get the sense that this is what you need, and the universe wants to push you in this direction. So, pile 3, that is everything that I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.